Hey taxpayers, it's Tiffany Gonzalez CPA here, founder and CEO of Accounting to Scale, and the wait is over. President Biden has finally signed the American Rescue Plan Act. This is a $1.9 trillion stimulus package to cover a wide array of areas that have been negatively impacted by COVID. The bill is 242 pages long. That's a lot to read. So don't worry, we've got you covered, and we're going to discuss in this video all the provisions that can directly affect you. Let's start with the stimulus checks. So the legislation provides for a $1,400 stimulus check for a single or $2,800 for a married couple and $1,400 per dependent. Individuals who earn up to $75,000 or married couples filing jointly who earn up to $150,000 will see the full amount of the stimulus. The stimulus will then start to get phased out, meaning once you make more than $80,000 as a single or $160,000 as a married couple filing jointly, you won't receive a stimulus check. The IRS has already started processing stimulus payments. I seriously don't know how they do it all, but you will see these payments start coming in over the weekend and all throughout March. Many taxpayers have called our office and asked us, what income is the IRS considering? Are they considering 2019? Are they considering 2020 for the income threshold of the stimulus? And that's a great question. If you've already filed your 2020 tax return, the IRS is going to look at your adjusted gross income for 2020 in order to determine whether or not you qualify for the stimulus. But if you haven't yet filed your 2020 tax return, they will rely on your 2019 tax return. Next, let's talk about the child tax credit. Currently, and for 2020, the child tax credit is $2,000 per child for any child under 17 years of age. The American Rescue Plan now expands that credit for 2021 tax return that you will file in 2022. First, 17-year-olds do now qualify for the child tax credit on your tax return. Second, the child tax credit has been increased to $3,000 per child. And if your child is under 6 years old, it's $3,600. The coolest part about this change is that you can actually receive the credit in advance during the year this year from July through December. Last but not least is a drastic change with unemployment income. So if you received unemployment during 2020, it was supposed to be 100% taxable. The IRS has now said that the first $10,200 of your unemployment income is now not taxable. If you already filed your tax return for 2020, please note that you can amend it. The IRS is working as quickly as possible to create and implement the worksheet in which to do that, to claim the first $10,200 as an exemption. As a result, many taxpayers who received unemployment income are holding off from filing their 2020 tax return. Now for my employers. The Employee Retention Credit was a credit originally enacted by government back in 2020, but it wasn't available to business owners who requested a PPP loan. And for that reason, it wasn't very popular in the news. Well, great news. You can now request the Employee Retention Credit even if you received the PPP, as long as you're not claiming the credit on the same funds you used the PPP for. In 2020, the credit is up to $5,000 per employee, and in 2021, the credit is up to $14,000 per employee. Now, there's a lot of dates and nuances, but what you need to understand here is this is a credit you claim on your payroll tax returns with your payroll company. So how do you qualify for this credit? You had to have been temporarily shut down by the government in 2020, or you had to have a gross receipts drop of at least 50%. If you're claiming the credit in 2021, you had to have a gross receipts drop of at least 80%. This is an amazing benefit to business owners who are still experiencing difficulties with the coronavirus impact. More amazing news for business owners is that the American Rescue Plan added more money to the EIDL loan program, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program. If you go to the SBA website, you'll see the ability to apply for it if you haven't yet applied for it, and you'll be able to find instructions on how to request more money if you've already received this loan previously. It's important to note that the EIDL loan is not forgivable. It purely is a long-term loan. If you have a financial term or topic you'd like us to discuss, please leave it in the comments below. We love your suggestions. Hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook at Accounting to Scale. Until the next video, your favorite CPA, Tiffany Gonzalez.